Welcome back to Xbox Corner, my name's Luke, and November is here, and with it a whole new batch of Game Pass titles for us to enjoy. Now with Christmas just around the corner, it seems like Microsoft are looking to reel in some new customers, as this next couple of months has several heavy hitters, the first of which is arriving in less than a week's time. With that said, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to stay up to date with all our latest content, and let's get started. So first up we have the OG voxel sandbox game Minecraft, which unless you've been living under a rock for the past 10 years you'll undoubtedly have heard of, but just in case you haven't, it's an open world sandbox game where you mine, build, craft and survive either alone or with friends in huge randomly generated worlds. Now this one has been released on every platform under the sun and there's been several different versions, but the two main ones appear to be Java and Bedrock, both of which have just been added to Game Pass for PC. From what I can tell, the Java version lets you play with other Java players on PC, meanwhile Bedrock is essentially the ultimate crossplay version of the game, allowing you to mine and craft with both console and mobile players, and these have now been packaged into one single launcher for your convenience. Unpacking is the title of our next game, and this is a day one release for console, PC and cloud, and bear with me on this one because the concept of it is a little bit out there. Now the game is advertised as a Zen game, and it basically has you unpacking boxes and placing the contents into various rooms in a house. Items include everything from cups, plates and cutlery to clothing, stuffed toys and electronics, and exactly where you place them is entirely up to you. Now obviously the idea is to make things look all neat and tidy, and this process of organising, stacking and placing stuff has a kind of puzzle element to it, as you only have a limited amount of space in the house, but the game intends to offer a relaxing meditative gameplay experience free from stress. Now according to the game's description, you'll also discover the character's story through the items you unpack, and over the course of 8 house moves you'll actually learn more about them without ever even seeing them, and this seems like quite a unique concept. Visually I also really like the pixel art in this one, and if you're looking for something to chill with for a few hours, Unpacking seems like a pretty solid option. Our next game is It Takes Two, a cooperative adventure title available on PC and consoles for those with an EA Play or Game Pass Ultimate subscription. It's worth noting that this one is also built specifically with co-op gameplay in mind, and so there's not actually a single player mode and it must be played in either local split screen or online multiplayer. Now its story follows the journey of a couple who, after finding their relationships on the rocks and being on the brink of divorce, are suddenly turned into a pair of miniature knitted dolls and have to put the differences aside to save the fractured relationship. Gameplay offers what has been advertised as a genre-bending platform experience where players will have to work together to overcome a wide variety of puzzles and challenges as they make their way through a weird and wonderful world filled with a colourful cast of characters, including a gangster squirrel and a talking book. Now there looks to be a lot of charm and humour to this one, and from what I've seen from the footage there's some great creative ideas when it comes to the puzzle and platforming elements. If you're looking for something new to play with a friend or partner, It Takes Two appears to be the ideal game, and it's a shame that it didn't release a couple of months back when me and Alex put together our list of top co-op games on Xbox, or it most certainly would have been on that list. And if co-op games are your thing, then I'll leave a link to that video in the description box below. Kill It With Fire is our next title, and this one's about a year old now, but it still offers a uniquely enjoyable gameplay experience, that is of course unless you're an arachnophobe. Now the game sees you playing as a pest extermination expert with questionable credentials, and the objective in each level is to hunt down and destroy spider infestations by whatever means necessary. Your arsenal of tools begins with things like pistols and shotguns, but becomes increasingly more excessive as you lay waste to the land, burning everything in your path with no amount of collateral damage halting your hunt. Now I reviewed this one on Switch and had a fun time playing it. It's quite a casual game with a decent amount of variety to its levels, and aside from the spider hunting you also have a bunch of other objectives to achieve as well as challenges, and a secret alternative ending rewarded to only the most dedicated of players. Up next, we have the next entry in the Football Manager series, Football Manager 2022, and there are two different Day 1 versions coming to Game Pass on the 9th of November, one being the PC only version and the adapted for consoles Xbox edition, which is also available via cloud with touchscreen controls. Now I'll be straight with you on this one, I have absolutely no interest in football or these kind of games, and so I can't really comment on how it compares to previous games, but if you're a fan of the series, you'll no doubt have a ball playing this one. Like previous games, you'll have all those granular gameplay mechanics which allow you to manage your team exactly how you want, and you'll be working your way to the top of the footballing world as you strive to become the next Alex Ferguson. Amongst the many improvements, this latest iteration features a brand new animation engine making player movement appear more natural, improved AI, a new stamina system, and a new wide centre-back player role, whatever that may be. Regardless of my own opinions though, Football Manager 2022 seems set to be the best entry in the series to date, and if you've been holding out on the usual annual upgrade these past few years, then its inclusion on Game Pass may be the perfect opportunity. So to round off this week's list, we have the one that everybody has been waiting for, Forza Horizon 5, the latest entry in the series, which comes to Game Pass Day 1 on the 9th of November. Now if you're a fan of racing games but have never actually played a Forza game, then you've been missing out, as Forza Horizon 4 was pretty much at the pinnacle of the open world racing genre, but 5 looks set to blow its predecessor out of the water with a massive new open world to explore. Based around the landscapes of Mexico, this new environment features a diverse selection of biomes including jungles, deserts and swamps, a new dynamic weather system, and seasonal changes which affect each biome differently. Alongside the classic Horizon formula, which sees you traversing the map, participating in different races and earning cash to unlock and upgrade new cars, Forza Horizon 5 marks the first time that the franchise has included a story mode known as Horizon Story, which sees players meeting different characters and completing campaign-like missions. Now it's hard to overstate the sheer amount of variety there is when it comes to the races and events in this one. It'll no doubt expand on what the previous title had to offer, and you can expect everything from road racing to rally driving across a wide variety of terrains. As with the previous title, the game includes a ton of different cars for you to buy, customise and race with, and there'll no doubt be a whole host of additional paid content for you to splash the cash on, including additional car passes, vanity items, emotes and other goodies. Now there are a whole host of improvements and new features coming with Forza Horizon 5, enough in fact to dedicate a whole video to, and we'll no doubt have something out on the channel once it releases on the 9th. If however you want to access the game 4 days early, you can always buy the Forza Horizon 5 Premium Add-on Bundle for £35.99 or $44.99. And so that just about does it for this week's roundup of Game Pass titles, but was there anything on this list that tickled your fancy? Let us know down in the comments section below. The latest list of titles leaving Game Pass has just been announced, and we've covered this in another video which I'll link in the description box below, and if you want to keep up to date with all our latest deals, reviews and Game Pass content, then make sure to subscribe to the channel. For now though, I want to thank you all once again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thanks everyone, take care.